we have Miyoko Schinner, who founded Miyoko's Creamery and Rancho Compasíon Animal Sanctuary. And it was an honor. We finally got together and I'm able to interview her today. So we have 10 questions. Thank you for being here with me.
Oh, it's a delight, absolute delight. I just think it's wonderful to be meeting all these young activists who are making a change for the better for animals on this planet.
Thank you. Okay, so let's start with the first question. The first question we have for you is, who are you and what do you do?
Who am I? That's the big question. I am one of those many people that's trying to make the world a better place for animals. I'm Miyoko, and I've been in food for a long time. I love to make really delicious foods. And of course, that's in order to save the animals. So that's really who I am.
Thank you for answering that question so well. And so our second question is, why did you found your vegan cheese company? Because we know you have a vegan cheese company called Miyoko's Creamery, and you actually make some of the best artisan cheeses ever. So why did you found it?
Well, thank you so much, because I've been a cheese addict for many, many years. Before I went vegan, about 30 years ago, I just loved really rich, gooey, unctuous, delicious cheeses. And I wanted to be able to recreate that in my lifetime. Before I passed away, I wanted to be able to have a glass of wine with some really fancy cheeses. And you know, I hear all the time from people saying that they'd go vegan if they weren't for the cheese. So I really think cheese is one of the hardest things to give up. So that was kind of my way to help contribute. You know, I've owned restaurants and written cookbooks and had lots of vegan businesses. And really, I think this is the most critical business I've ever owned.
That's great. So for all the viewers who might want to try your vegan cheese, we will be linking it down below, but can you tell us some of the stores where you can buy this cheese and actually find it?
Sure. You can go to any Whole Foods, or you can go to Trader Joe's. Some Trader Joe's carry our butter. Most natural food stores, a lot of supermarkets also, Raley's, Wegmans, Publix. It'll be in Ralph's and a whole bunch of other stores later on this year.
That's amazing. Our sixth question for you is, what animals have you rescued and what animals do you hope you can rescue?
So we have, of course, Rufus and Veggie, 2 goats. We have Benny and June. They're a sheep and a goat. They're from Farm Sanctuary. We have Argon, Oxy, and Onyx. They're little piggies, and they are so cute. They love belly rubs. We have Cookies, Cream, and Newbie. It's a family of goats, mom, dad, and daughter. We have 4 little ducks. We have Angel and Erica, who are cows. And then we have a bunch of chickens. And we're hoping to rescue another steer, possibly, as well as 6 turkeys that are supposed to be coming here fairly soon from a young activist in LA, Leela Copeland, who's been rescuing animals in the LA area. And she's just rescued 6 turkeys, and we're hoping to have them fairly soon.
I'm just gonna butt in here right here. The cow, one of your cow, Erica, because I love your sanctuary so much, I actually wrote about her story, and it's up on our website, and the link to our website is in our Instagram bio, so you can click that and you can go find the tab that says Erica's story, and you can go click it. And also the first post I made about this video, that we were going to do this one video with this Q&A, I used a picture of her, and also when I was talking about our YouTube channel on one of our other posts, there's also pictures of her on our actual Instagram, and she's a very sweet cow.
Thank you for sharing her story, because it's so valuable for people to understand. You know, Erica was a dairy cow who never went into the dairy industry in terms of, you know, giving milk and all of that, because she was arthritic and apparently couldn't stand up, and she was just on the ground all the time. So they were going to sell her for meat. But she was rescued by a vegan and nursed back to health, and now she has no problem standing or running or walking or anything. So it really talks about the intelligence of animals, because Erica, it wasn't that she couldn't stand, it was that she didn't want to stand, because she saw what was going on with all the dairy cows around her, and she didn't want to endure a life of suffering. So cows are actually very, very smart, just like people, and she was like, hey, why should I give into this? It's a really endearing story.
It's a little bit of a biased question for you.
Okay.
Who is your favorite animal on the sanctuary?
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. I know I'm supposed to love them all equally, but I do have my favorites, and I can't help it. Rufus and Reggie, of course, because they were my first, and I'm really bonded with them, and they're bonded with me. If I'm lying in a field, they're the ones that always come to me immediately, lie down next to me, and nibble on my ear and eat my hair and stuff like that. So Rufus and Reggie, I'm also very fond of Angel, the cow. She was the first cow that I rescued, and I love Argon, the piggy, as well too. But all the others are equally loved. So, but yes, in a way, I have my favorites.
In a way.
But they don't know that because I treat them all equally.
Yes, that's wonderful. So our next question is, do you believe it's possible to have an all-vegan world?
Oh, yes. I think it's possible to have an all-vegan world, and I think it's going to happen. There's a lot of things that we thought would not be possible. The abolition of slavery, for example, was something that people thought would never happen in certain parts of the world, and it does still go on, but it is mostly been eradicated. Gay marriage was thought unthinkable even 10 years ago, and it's the law now. I mean, there's a lot of things that have changed, and women's suffrage, the right to vote, all sorts of things were thought unthinkable for really thousands of years, and actually have taken place. So there is a growing movement towards veganism. It is the only salvation, really, to a world that's suffering from greenhouse gases and violence. So we have to keep fighting for it. I really do think it's a reality. Humans can save themselves and all the animals.
That's very, very, very interesting, and that's a great opinion. For your just following up on the last question I asked, do you believe it's possible to have an all-vegan world? What do you think would be the benefits of having an all-vegan world?
I think, first of all, happier people. I've noticed that vegans are happier than most people, and I think it's because the key to happiness really isn't what you have or what you own, it's about what you do, whether you're doing something for others or not. I mean, countless studies have shown that when you actually do something for someone else, it brings more happiness for you than, owning something or getting something new. And so every time you choose a vegan meal, you're doing something that's good for the world, good for greenhouse, for reducing global warming, good for your own health, good for saving animals. So every time you're doing that, you are taking, it's an activist, it's an activist stance. It's something that you're doing that is making the world a better place, and that makes you feel better. So first of all, I think when you go vegan, you just become happier because you're doing something that's good for the world. So that's one thing. Of course, we're going to save animals. It'll be the end of animal agriculture. We won't have to subject animals to all this suffering, and of course, we will actually have a planet for our grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-great-grandchildren to enjoy.
Our last question for you is one that's a very important question that should be very fun to answer. Why did you become a vegan?
Okay, well, I actually became a vegan almost 30 years ago, and it really wasn't for animals. I was already a vegetarian, so I already thought I was doing things for animals. I didn't know anything about dairy agriculture at the time. I became a vegan for health reasons because I'm Japanese and I clearly had some sort of dairy allergy because my stomach hurt all the time. So that was the real reason. But over the years, I learned about what dairy cows endured in terms of having their babies taken away and the life. It was like a life of slavery. So that, of course, the more I learned about animal agriculture, the more it emboldened me and encouraged me to continue being a vegan.
That's really awesome. Everyone, thanks for watching this video. If you really liked it, comment down below how much you liked the video. So please subscribe if you haven't visited our channel before and you like this video and want to see more like this. And like this video, of course. Give it a thumbs up down below. And also, we'll be linking Rancho Compasíon website as well as our own website and Miyoko's Creamery website if you'd like to check out any of her cheeses. So we hope you enjoyed, and bye everyone.
Bye.